for the BC Lions before the offseason of uncertainty begins, and it starts at the top with a potential ownership change, something this franchise desperately needs. Current team owner David Braley suggested this week that because of some complicating factors, that sale might not get done before the calendar year, which would just keep those questions out there. And I spoke to Ollie Bono about it, and he admitted it's been a very difficult season for him, one that hasn't been a lot of fun. But he talks about how important these 2.5 remaining games are right now, because with all the questions surrounding the franchise, it is critical that at least he makes sure that what happens on the field, that on-field product, at least looks like it's in a reasonable position when the season ends, heading into the offseason.
Well, an outside chance at still being a 500 team.
Well, there's a lot of talent still on this team, and that's why it's been such a puzzle. I think there are players here you build around. Solomon Elimimian still the leader in that defense at 30 years old. Still's got a lot of football left in him, and Micah Awe, a nice young player beside him.
Well, they've checked in for work tonight, haven't they? There's a crosser to Zylstra. Second time the charm, and that's the first catch for Brandon Zylstra on the night.
You know, Brandon Zylstra drops a punt, and right there, and Mike Riley goes back to him twice in a row. It was like Mike Riley, again the leader, who looks at this and says, I need to get my #1 receiver the ball and get his confidence back immediately.
14 in the initial first down for the Eskimos here in the second half. Now to Perkins. And Perkins takes a wallop as he carries it to the 50.
One of the issues with this BC defense has been their secondary and trying to find the wide side. That's changed a bunch. Buddy Jackson in there at corner right now. But the short side has been solid when they've been together. Ronnie Yell and TJ Lee, they can build on that. Purefoy has moved around from linebacker back to the halfback spot. And I think they got a keeper in Anthony Thompson at safety.
Second and 5. Flag comes down. Riley throws complete. Would be a first down pending the flag. Darrell Walker the catch into BC territory, but is it in that holding area?
Just wrap up the BC thought, because I think this will be coming back on a holding. The sooner the better to
holding.
Do what Farhan
Edmonton
talked
number 57. 10-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
And get it done and make these decisions. They've got free agents to deal with. Free agency comes up in February. That comes quickly right after the Christmas break once the season is over.
You're absolutely right, but the decisions will likely be made by the next owner.
That's what I'm talking about. So from the top down to make that decision and sell the team, if that's the goal and that's what David Braley wants to do, and that's what it sounds like he wants to do, then sooner better than later, I say.
Second and 15, Riley dancing, look out! Lost the football, who's got it? David Beard had a shot at it, but I don't think he got it. Riley wrestling with Ricky Foley. And it looks like the Eskimos got it back.
Mike Riley sacked on the play by number 95, Ricky Foley.
Ricky Foley with his first sack as a Lion in his return to BC.
Hasn't got many reps on defense, the games that we have covered, but comes all the way around the horn, and because Mike Riley was trying to find some time out to the right side of that pocket, Foley got there. Then what happened at the end? I think he was holding them from getting to the football, and Riley took exception to that.
Challenging that there's illegal contact on their number 83. The play will be reviewed.
Jason Ma's going to use his challenge here at the end of the third quarter. They're taking a look at coverage on Brandon Zylstra. He's right here, third receiver in from the boundary, and the jam right there. Now is that jam created by the offense or the defense? That's Chandler Fenner. Certainly can't disrupt a receiver like that if the DB is deliberately jamming them. But if you're just playing football and the receiver just runs into you.
See Zylstra immediately look to the sidelines.
You have to get the call.
Jason Moss's attention.
I think Zylstra initiated contact. That's what's a little different from this one. But we'll see. See what the command center thinks.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. It's third down. Edmonton has lost a timeout.
So the Foley sack stands, the 61st of his career. So Hugh O'Neill to punt. Chris Rainey waiting at the 30. And here's Rainey after the 45-yard punt. Does some dancing and brings it back to the 45. Good field position again for Jonathan Jennings and the Lions. Well, the yardage isn't high. Very efficient so far tonight.
Hasn't taken too many shots down the field yet tonight, and may not have had the time to do it. That's part of the issue, but some of those attempts over 30 yards.
In fact, the Lions with only 148 net yards on offense. But with the lead, draw play, and that's not going anywhere. That interior of the Eskimo defensive line's been terrific.
Yeah, they can't block them. They just can't block them. Mike Benavides' group in the middle. I mean, the edge guys have been playing as well, but in the middle, Euclid Cummings, Armando Sewell, Lions' interior offensive line just can't handle them, whether it's run or pass.
There's a familiar face in this stadium. Former Lions head man. Second and 11. And this time an early jump by Daquan Bowers.
Boy, and Manny Arsenault had the straight go route.
Offside, Edmonton number 92. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
So it becomes 2nd and 6. Daquan Bowers in the rotation with Cummings and Sewell at the tackle spot. And this time out of his stance way too early is Antonio Johnson. So we'll go back to the 2nd and 11 that it was just a moment ago.
BC number 57. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Mentioned earlier, J.C. Sherritt might be back. It's a real outside shot, but he started running last week. The Achilles in the first game of the year, and you know if there's any possibility he's going to try and make it, what he needs is some good luck, some hard training, and his team to go all the way to the Grey Cup game. Could be the last play of the third quarter. Jennings pumps a couple of times. Rainey trying to cut back, nothing doing. That's Arjun Colhoun with a good short tackle. And we're through 3 quarters of play. Eskimos had a 12-0 lead, but the Lions have rolled to 22 unanswered. Up close and personal. One of the heroes of the game, the long snapper, with a fumble recovery touchdown.
I was on a school field trip and I tripped over my own feet.
CTV Monday.
I'm treating your son. He has a brain tumor behind the inner ear.
Sean, that boy, he looks exactly like your brother.
It might not be cancer.
Do you have any idea how unlikely it
He
is?
says whatever I have might be treatable.
But it means telling the parents of a dying child that there's hope, when really there isn't.
Doesn't he have the right to know the truth?
The Good Doctor, all new, Monday at 10/8 Mountain on CTV. When it comes to travel,
I sweat the details. Late checkout, down alternative pillows, and of course, price. TripAdvisor helps you book a hotel without breaking a sweat. Because we now instantly search over 200 booking sites to find you the lowest price on the hotel you want. Don't sweat your booking. TripAdvisor, the latest reviews, the lowest prices.
Lions with the lead despite modest stats, but boy, a turnover can make a difference.
Yeah, and they got that first one and the touchdown from Benson, and that's been really the difference. But, you know, this is a BC Lions team that found out last night that they're out of the playoffs. And when you're out of the playoffs, you wonder what kind of effort you're going to get from a team that doesn't have anything to play for in the standings. And the Lions have come to play, and they're giving Edmonton all they can handle.
And the Eskimos do have a lot to play for. They are the most mobile team in the last few weeks. They can finish second, third, or fourth. Are you disappointed in what you've seen from them?
I don't say disappointed. I think the BC Lions are playing loose, playing with great pride. Riley's taken some hits and got a quarter to play. The game in the balance.
6 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams been decided by a touchdown or fewer. Zylstra will run this out of bounds. Another deep possession start for Edmonton. Mike Riley's got to get this offense going again.
Started out with a lot of Bowman. Darius Bowman was the #1 target. He was the primary in the first quarter. And that's when they were rolling. And when Farhan talked to Mike Riley at halftime on the sideline, you heard in that interview, said, we got to get back to those first couple of series and what we were doing well. Well, what they were doing well was getting the ball to number 4.
411, 453 net yards the first 2 meetings against BC. Riley has time to pump a couple of times. A PI call comes here. Buddy Jackson there just ahead of the football on the intended target, Fidel Hazelton.
It's always an interesting exchange when the DB is celebrating and the receiver comes up and says to him, there was a flag on that.
Pass interference, BC number 3. 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Hazelton's first game back after missing 7.
Remember his big play against BC?
108.
Yeah.
Biggest of the year.
It was an early contact. Saw that right away from Buddy Jackson.
Hazelton hurt on August the 17th. Gonna go to the other hash marks. Not sure. Not sure why it had to move across to that other hash mark, but
Hazelton had 159 yards receiving in that game against the Lions. 108-yarder.
And Perkins and Bazzi there to help on the tackle. Their longest play from scrimmage this year.
Edmonton won both games against the Lions out of the gate. And this was game 2. 108 yards, fought off Fenner to get the last 10. First play of the season.
Earlier in this game, Mike Riley passed Warren Moon on the all-time list. He hit 5,000 yards. 80 away from, well, he's going to go down here back at the 23-yard line. A team sack there. Better call Saul to find out who gets credit.
full blitz and man-to-man, and Mike Riley doesn't have enough blockers up front to pick up all the blitzers. You can watch that Lions front right here, and they're just going to get after it. Solomon Elamimian's in there. Micah Awe on the blitz. He's going as well. So 2 linebackers. Both those linebackers get to Mike Riley.
And Elamimian gets credit for the second sack. Both have come in the second half. Another area of weakness this year for BC. 7th in sacks and 9th in combined sacks and pressures. Good punt. That's sent Rainey back to his 30, but he advances it across the 45. That was a 55-yard boot, and they're feeling it on that Lion defensive sidelines after the sack. Going to give Elamimian credit.
How do you want to live? As a decent person? Good husband? Is that it? Good? Of course not. King of the hill? Better. Top of your game? Win. All powerful. Like a boss. Like a pro. We couldn't agree more. We are professional grade.
Right now, get up to 20% of MSRP cash purchase credit on select 2017 vehicles, like the GMC Sierra. See dealer for details.
Our latte begins with premium Arabica beans, decadent espresso mingling with 100% Canadian milk, a dance of ingredients. And it's pretty great with Timbits. New handcrafted lattes from Tim's, now available in pumpkin spice.
For every type of land and landowner, there's a Coyote tractor. See the full line of models and implements at your local Coyote dealer.
I'm your Venus. The smoother the skin, the more comfortable you are in it. So find a Venus Smooth that contours to curves, flexes for comfort, and has a disposable made for you. Skin smoothing Venus razors.
CFL on TSN is brought to you by the 2017 GMC Sierra Elevation Edition. Get noticed like a pro. Alex Duquia to catch earlier in the game, picking up on that last punt cover. Makes his way to the sidelines. And BC with the 10-point lead has the football here in good field position once again. 2.5 minutes into this fourth quarter. They'll throw the hitch to Burnham. And Burnham brought down by Arjun Colhoun. Right about the line of scrimmage, maybe a loss.
Back to what Farhan said on the sideline about pieces to the puzzle that they can build in BC for the future. I think one of those guys is Shaq Johnson. You look at his last 3 games, 8 for 198. And 3 of the 8 over 30+ yards. I think he's a young Canadian receiver that have a long and prosperous career. I'm talking 1,000-yard guy.
3 30-yard plus catches in the last 3 games. G-Roy Simon, big fan of his. There's a drop for Johnson over the middle. Quick 2 and out. Speaking of G-Roy, part of the front office, bumped into him prior to the game. He says, I'm already getting ready for next year, so the work is beginning.
Well, it has to, yeah, and that's, you know, your Hamilton, Montreal will play this weekend, or the BC Lions. You're building right now, today, for next season. Your neg list straightened out, ready for free agency in February.
Short punt, bouncing around, and should be no yards. Zylstra gets away, though. Look at Brandon Zylstra. Found a little room on the left side, and he'll draw a penalty on a late hit out of bounds as well. BC's going to argue that to no avail, but Zylstra with a good return, and then they'll tack on 15. Let's see the end of this. Lambala trying to hold him up. That's what he's saying, and looked like that was the case.
How do you want to live? As a decent person? Good husband? Is that it? Good? Of course not. King of the Hill? Better. Top of your game? Win. All powerful. Like a boss. Like a pro. We couldn't agree more. We are professional grade.
Right now, get up to 20% of MSRP cash purchase credit on select 2017 vehicles, like the GMC Sierra. See dealer for details.
For over 90 years, Canadian homeowners and professionals have chosen STIHL to get the job done. Only at authorized dealers, you'll find STIHL quality outdoor power equipment at affordable prices, with blowers starting at $189.95, chainsaws starting at only $259.95, now with a free Wood Pro kit. Fuel or battery products are available at over 1,000 STIHL dealers across Canada, where it's easy to find expert advice, on-site service, and Canada's #1 selling brand of gas-powered equipment. Find your dealer today at stihl.ca.
I will make my farm a true reflection of me. A public display of my passion. There's so much riding on every field, every decision. I've learned to place my respect where it is deserved, and my trust where it is earned. And to be honest, as much as this place depends on me, we all depend on it. I will take pride.
From mic'd up players to behind-the-scenes action, it's CFL Wired.
Anybody you want me to pick on? I'll get some dirt. Just let me know.
Keep doing what you're doing, all right? You're fine.
I told you.
The exit that way. That's the exit. Why is it so quiet?
And catch it Tuesday, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on TSN2. Rolly Lambala just got a 15-yard penalty for being too nice a guy. Tried to hold Brandon Zylster up so he didn't crash into the bench, but the way he grabbed him was enough for the official to throw a flag. And Darius Bowman has a catch and another first down as the Eskimos now are inside the BC 40.
Yeah, the penalty got him across center. They start their drive. BC side of the field, and again back to Bowman. Wide field throw.
First down, Perkins. TJ Lee crashing down. There's another run stop tackle for the defensive back, TJ Lee.
Watch Mike Riley. Remember that clip I showed you of the little things that he does that his teammates love? Watch him here after the handoff. He gives it to Ladarius Perkins. Now watch him. He sees Lee and he tries to get to him. You just don't see quarterbacks do that kind of thing. But I guarantee you, you're sitting in the film room with those old linemen and stuff, and they see Riley try and get to make a block like that, they're going to just be, they're loving that.
2nd and 5. Riley guns it into traffic and nearly intercepted by Ronnie Yell. Intended for Hazelton. That close, says Yell.
Ronnie Yell ran the route for Fidel Hazelton here. I mean, he's running a straight curl, but Yell never bites on it that he's going deep. He never for a second sold it that he was going to go and try and go over the top. So Ronnie Yell just ran the route for him and was there when the ball arrived. He became DB.
Mentioned the Waters was one of 3 place kickers for Edmonton this year. Eskimo fan reminding me Chris Milo was the 4th, but Waters is here and he has missed that to the right. Swayze Waters, who was in BC and let go early in the year, and that's a costly miss for Swayze Waters.
Yeah, that's a big miss. That one hurts.
Well, your favorite Hicks are back for a special Halloween episode. Letterkenny, The Haunting of Modine 2, now streaming only on Crave TV. Start your 1-month trial at cravetv.ca. At one time as reliable as any kicker in the league, but this year in his return, he just hasn't been the same Swayze Waters.
Sean White, another one of the injured Edmonton Eskimos, got off to such a great start to the season. top kickers in the league.
Lions start at the 35. Crosser to Arsenault. Tracked by Jones, but Corey Jones doesn't bring him down the first time. Then they need Brandon Thompson to make the tackle.
Talking going back and forth between Manny Arsenault and Adam Konar. Crossing route. Big, strong Manny Arsenault takes the hit. Actually, Brandon Thompson helped him back up.
Flag down on this play. Arsenault within 23 of 1,000, and he is having a discussion with Konar.
In game 1 against the Lions, Adam Konar with his dad in the
Offside.
stands.
Edmonton number 93. It's a 5-yard penalty, and it's first down.
Boateng was offside.
Former Lion and his dad in the stands. Konar had his I belong game. That game where you're not sure if you can start and play at the next level. He had 7 tackles and a sack against the BC Lions, and it was, yep, I belong, I can play.
How about the last 3 games? 25 tackles, 2 fumble recoveries, and a forced fumble in the last 3. Jeremiah Johnson, or excuse me, Graney, to midfield with a run of 6 yards.
Get noticed like a pro in the 2017 GMC Sierra Elevation Edition.
We'll call it 7 for Rainey on that carry to make it 2nd and 3. And there's a crosser to Burnham. He's wide open. Brian Burnham with goes. And down around the 10-yard line. Flag down at the end of the play. Biggest pass play of the game for BC.
Biggest block of the game by Shaq Johnson at the end of the run. Nice run by Burnham. He's going to come on the crosser from this side, and Burnham gets leverage. So now he's got to turn the corner, and coming from the bottom of your screen, you're going to see number 88 right there with a big block.
On Brandon Thompson. 1st and 10 at the 11. Early movement there, and the play is halted. Jennings was upset. He thought he had an open man. Nuke Moore stopped in the end zone and was not sure if it was intercepted or not, but all for naught. Play had been halted. Jennings wanted to know why he didn't get the free play.